As expected, Celtic won. Didn't really want to predict it, but it was predictable. And you know what? The way it was done was predictable. We gift them a goal, right? And it was the biggest gift of a goal you'll ever see because you've got what Raskin making a tackle. I don't even know who it was on. Was it Johnston? It might have been Johnston. Doesn't really matter who it was on, right? End of the day, it was awful from us. You've got Lundstrom. You've got who else was there? Kent, Barisic, Raskin just looking at a ball. What happened to play to the whistle, right? Now, maybe you can. I think it's Raskin that makes the tackle. Maybe with Raskin, you can say, well, he's the one that's pleading that he didn't touch him, so the other two should react, which maybe you've got half an argument there. But it doesn't matter who should react. Somebody should react. It shouldn't be the Celtic player that reacts, and it's Maida who reacts, whips a ball in, Toyota, and they score from it. Shite. First half, let's go. Let's talk about the first half. That's the main talking point of the entire match because it was shit for us. And I've nothing. I've honestly, I don't. It's just like if you just repeat the same shit that you've said in the previous ones, in the 3-2 and the 2-1. Like again, I don't like. I think it was an even enough game, but it's mistakes and just the lack of a clinical edge. Like, oh man, Sakala's dug me. He is. He missed an open net again. Another one at Hamden again. And yeah, that first half, I mean, Tillman get took off injured. And like, can anyone really hold their head up high after this game? I've seen people blaming Tav for the goal. Nowhere near is that Tav. I mean, I've actually got my notes here. Um, you know, uh, the first half, brother. The first half was shite. The whole game was shit. I mean, it's hard to actually. I've already did a review on Fog Football. It's hard to actually talk about this game, but let's just scrap the first half. Boom. Now, second half, we did come out and play all right. We had a chance. Carter Vickers clears it off the line. Morelos put to tap it in. He gets volley through there. So one for Carter Vickers. But you know what? He does what a defender does and clears the ball and get rid of it. Deals with danger, which is what everyone failed to fucking do for our goal. So you know what? Fair play to him. Johnston, Barisic come to blows. Johnston follow through, injures himself, was on crutches. And it's funny because Alistair Johnston on crutches could probably still defend better than half our team. And yeah, then Tav hits the post. Good attempt for Tav. I mean, why is our right back our best attacker? I don't know. And then Sakala with the rebound hits the side net. I mean, it's almost a fucking identical chance to the one he missed in the semi final, or no, the final, apart from the fact this one was easier, which just makes this one even worse. And yeah, I've got Sakala is horrendous. He is horrendous, man. Get rid of him. Get rid of Sakala. Like I said here, Yilmaz Matondo immediate impact. And they actually did. They actually had a pretty decent like cameo appearance. Like Yilmaz Matondo were causing trouble down the left hand side, but eventually they just get swallowed up by the shite that was surrounding them. And that's exactly what happened. And then Goldson and Tab made a few mistakes at the back, and that basically rounds up your fucking notes. But did we seem like a team that like this was all or nothing? This is it. Stop them doing the treble. Get ourselves a trophy. Get ourselves a bit of silverware this season. No, it didn't. Just felt a bit lackluster in the end. Now, for the first 20 minutes of the second half, you could argue that, but not for the last 20. We had no strikers on the pitch. And even though Sakala can play striker, he may as well play in nets because his finishing ability is awful, man. May as well with fucking Johnny Sins up front because this guy, Sakala's dug meat. Honestly, I don't get it how his finishing's so bad. Like, surely we've known this for what nearly two, well, nearly is 2 seasons for the end of this season. How is it not getting trained on? What are they doing in training? They should be like, mate, you're shite, but we need to work on it. But no, we're not working on it, and yeah, we've been beat here. Celtic, in terms of their chances, second half, Furuhashi had a couple of long shots, but they were dealt with, and aye, that is pretty much it. And I've nothing really else to say. It was predictable. I thought if we were going to lose, it would probably be from a defensive mistake, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, if we want to talk about positives, and there is no positives, at least it wasn't 4 or 5-0, but at the end of the day, 1-0, 4-0, you're still getting beat by Celtic at Hampden in the Scottish Cup. Does it matter? Does it honestly fucking matter if it's 4 or 1? it's still shite. I mean, if it's 4 and the players have gave up, you can be like, well, at least that's why they didn't try the last 20 minutes. But what's the excuse for the day? Oh, so they had it on 5 minutes and we did fucking nothing. Nothing. It was like Celtic throw in, Celtic in possession. It's like there's no one even like showing any fight or crunching ability, man. And then um, you've just got no one who gets pass marks. Honestly, we're sitting here discussing who was good for Rangers. Who? McMorelos gets subbed off, and then like McCoist and Sutton are in agreement about, oh well, Morelos didn't turn up today. And I get it, Morelos was shite. He was absolutely abysmal. But who else turned up? Why is no one else getting the treatment that he's getting? Like, anyway, I mean, because there's not. I mean, I'd probably say Tav was the only player who could maybe hold his head up because you know what, he didn't make any defensive mistakes and he was our biggest threat going forward. But again, yeah, it was to be expected. And now with just 5 dead games in the league, I was really looking forward to the thought of a Scottish Cup final, but I'm not surprised this has happened. Makes it a wee bit easier to take when you think it's going to not go your way, but it doesn't make it any easier. So I've contradicted myself. Till next time, though, aye, 1-1. Well, I wish it was 1-1. If it was 1-1, I'd still be watching it. I'm watching full Man City at the minute. Anyway, peace.